Hey, this is Matt. I'm back again today to show you how to replace a front bumper on a 2011 to 2015 Chevy Volt. So I bought this Chevy Volt from an owner who had hit a deer. And if you've seen my previous videos, I've done some repairs to it. I replaced the front headlight, the turn lamp, and the fender, and I've got videos documenting that. Today I'm going to replace the front bumper. I picked this bumper up pretty local. I was hesitant to buy it because this bumper has the sensor holes, and my Volt is a base Volt, so it does not have these sensor holes. So I didn't really want to buy it, but I got it for $100, so that's super cheap for a bumper. And I went to Menards and I found these hole plugs, and that's just exactly what they're called. Hole plug, 3/4 inch hole plugs. They've got these little legs, pins or whatever. So they do not fit in there from the package, they just fall out. So you do need to spread those legs apart some, those tabs, and once you spread them apart, they'll fit right in there nice and snug. Here's this one. You know, I'm having kind of a hard time pulling it out, so it fits in there nice and snug. I'm gonna go ahead and spray paint those before I install them. This is just a black colored Volt, so it should be pretty easy to color match. But I'm gonna get started and show you guys how to do it. Alright, the first step in order to remove the front bumper is to remove the lower air deflector, and that requires a 7mm wrench. Alright, I got those corner pieces removed. It's 4 screws on each side. After you get the 2 lower air deflectors undone, you can go ahead and undo the center portion as well. Alright, next up is popping the hood and removing the plastic sight shield from the front of the car. So it comes off pretty easy. Next up is removing the washer fluid tube. Very easy. Just kind of twists and pulls out. Like that. Next up are the 4 side screws holding on the wheel splash guards on each side of the bumper. Alright, the last step before removing the bumper will be 4 screws. They're Torx screws across the top of the bumper. That's a Torx 20. Alright, so the front bumper should be able to lift off of there, so we'll give it a try. So here you want to disconnect the lamp, or the turn signal lamp harness. So in my case, I have to swap over all of these components. So I've got the turn signal lamps, the grills, the wiring harness, the lower fascia. So I gotta disconnect all that stuff and swap it over to the new bumper. So here we go. Alright, next up I'm going to go ahead and remove this wire harness. So I left the wire harness attached in the middle because that's attached to the lower grill, and that lower grill is going to be swapped over. So next up is to do that, and there's a bunch of little clips that are pressing that grill in, so I'm going to go around and undo those. So I don't know if we'll be able to catch this next part, but this next part has some tabs as well, and then some metal tabs that need to be bent to remove this upper grill. So there's a little pop rivet over here in this corner that's got it loose. So this comes off as one whole piece. You do not have to take off those pieces like I did mistakenly. So this lower fascia still has to come off. Now let's transfer all the parts over to the new bumper. So I'm probably going to go kind of in reverse order here and start with this bottom because when the bumper doesn't have anything on it, it's quite flimsy. So I'm going to go ahead and get the bumper attached to that rigid bottom piece first. So I've got these push pins from a different project that will slip right in there, so that's what we'll use to secure those corners. before I put it back on, I'm going to put that lower, at least the center part, air deflector, because it's such a pain from below. So I'm going to go ahead and screw that on first, and then I will get the whole bumper assembly back on. First of all, don't forget to unplug or plug that back in. All right. So you can really only do these 4 in the middle, because the rest screw onto some plastic splash shield underneath. So this will be better than nothing though. Alright, here's the moment of truth. Keeping in mind that this volt wasn't an accident, I don't expect it to fit perfectly, but I hope it fits well. It is all done. My phone ran out of storage, so you didn't quite catch the end of it down there, but I had a few screws left. So it fits nicely. I've got those plugs in. I got them painted black. Looks good. Over here, it's still popping out a little bit, so I don't really like that. This bracket underneath here has 2 spots broken on it, and I was hoping it was gonna stay, but it doesn't quite want to stay. It just pops back out. So here's the old fender that I replaced already. This one's all busted up too, but there's a part number on here, and you can replace this plastic piece with all those pins. So you just got to drill out these rivets, and then can replace that plastic piece. and it'll have all three pins there, or tabs. So that should keep that held in place. So that'll be my next project, and then obviously I still have the hood to replace. So it's coming together well, though. I appreciate you guys watching, and if you have any comments, questions, feel free to leave them down below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.